Hi, and welcome to the YouTube channel Burning D-Pad, and I'm your host, Wasted Hobbit, and I'm here to talk about whatever I feel like regarding gaming and all that's related to it. The subject of today is a game called Bastion. Bastion was made by independent developer Supergiant Games and published by Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Bastion is an action RPG with an isometric camera view common to these kinds of games, but the combat is more reminiscent of games like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance rather than Diablo, and the upgrade system works more in the way of Devil May Cry and God of War. The game was originally developed for the Xbox 360 and later ported to the PC, and it only shows in the graphical options that are severely lacking. It's a good thing then that the game almost runs on anything without a problem, and that the control options are more than stellar. You can rebind any key you want, and it works perfectly well with both a keyboard and mouse as well as a gamepad. It all just depends on your preference. The saving system is a typical autosave function that so many other games use, and with that in mind, it's a good thing that the game uses a profile system, so you can switch to another profile if someone else is going to play it. When you start the game, you have two game modes to begin with, normal and no sweat. With normal, you can die one time and continue from where you died on level, not unlike an extra life. But with the no sweat mode, you have an infinite number of continues. Later, when you have finished the game, two new modes appear. New Game Plus is the first one, and with that you get to replay the game with everything unlocked on the first run. The second mode is a score attack. One of the best features in the game is how you're able to tweak the difficulty while you play. You can find idols of gods in some levels, and with those you can activate different buffs for the enemies, so they become stronger or faster. And the more you buff them, the more rewards you gain when you defeat them. The gameplay in Bastion is great, and works really well with its controls. Movement and combat feel smooth, and you only got yourself to blame when you die. The combat's like a console hack and slash, with dodging, blocking and precision. The weapon and upgrade system is like God of War and Devil May Cry, in that you find weapons and abilities in the world that you can use, and switch out to accommodate your playstyle. The enemies drops a currency you use to upgrade your character and weapons. The game's levels are all reached through a hub town that you also use to upgrade your character, and you upgrade the town itself to open up more stuff to use. The town also works as a portal that opens up a world map, and you use that map to teleport the level you want to play. As you move further into the game, you also unlock optional challenges. If you beat them, you will get various rewards. When it comes to the story, you play as a mysterious character named the Kid that wakes up after a world-destroying event called the Calamity, and he might be the only survivor. When you first walk, there is barely anything there to walk on, but as you keep moving, the world unravels and falls and rises before your feet, and the pieces of the world build bridges constantly as you move, and the unique tone of the game has started to reveal itself. Everything that happens in the game is being narrated by a gruff voice of an old man, and that's the only dialogue you will ever hear in the entire game. And it can be a bit jarring at first as a contrast to the bright and lush environments of the world. But the more you play, the more it fits into the game's narrative and tone. In the first 15 to 30 minutes of gameplay, you get to the main hub of the game, and it's there you meet the old man that narrates the game. It's from that place you start your journey to find crystals to power something called the Bastion to repair the world. The story and style is kinda minimalistic, but you still can feel yourself getting invested in the characters you meet and the world that you live in. It's all helped by the style, music and atmosphere that are all great in their own respects, and work really well together. To conclude my ramblings, this game is great fun, with great atmosphere, story and gameplay, and it deserves all the praise and attention it gets. You can't even notice that this is Supergiant Games' first game. It's that good, so buy it and play it now. It's one of the most fun times I had with a single player game in a long time.